give you quickly, okay, some important education today. I want to cover a few things here, and I think this is going to really bless the community, okay? So this is just probably the first time we are doing this. So I want to add, okay, I want to add this content into it, where I want to quickly just touch a few features of the sync strategy, all right, and help you to understand how to use this feature. And also this will help to actually eliminate some of the confusion that we currently facing, or currently the users are facing in the sync strategy group, okay? So what are those few things that we want to cover? Now, the first thing, okay, the first thing that I want to cover here is the function or the features of the one shot and the cycle. Now, when you are sync strategy, right, it is very important for you to understand whether can you interfere with this function, what is this function all about, and is this function allowable if you are sync strategy? That is very important, okay? And please understand, some people are doing manual trading. So when you're doing a manual trading, it is different than sync strategy. So there are certain things you can do in the manual trading, but certain things you cannot do if you are doing a sync strategy. So let me explain to you and help you to understand, right? Now, if you look here, right, we got one shot. Now, this dual icon allows user to enable cycle and one shot. So remember, this is a dual function, all right, dual function mode. So the switching can be done at any time while trading is active with just a single tap on the icon. So if you tap the icon, you tap on one shot, it will then change to cycle. If you tap the cycle, it will change to one shot. Please take note of that. Now, please understand, this is applicable for manual trading, but not for sync strategy. All right, let me explain to you in detail, okay, so that you will understand later on. So now, what is one shot? One shot means, okay, the trade, which is buy or sell, is executed only once only, which is a single position. So bot will stop from executing subsequent positions. So if you put one shot, okay, once that position is closed in profit, bot will no longer open the next coin. All right, so please understand. So this is applicable for manual trading. Okay, if you are doing manual trading, you can actually just switch one shot and cycle. But if you are doing sync strategy, the condition is different, which I will explain to you later on. Now, what is cycle? Cycle means the position are executed continuously, non-stop. So bot will continuously execute trades once the trade position are closed in profit. So you can see one shot is only single position. Once it is closed, it will no longer open. But a cycle means once the trade is closed, it will open the next trade. Now, when the bot open the next trade, when you are doing a sync strategy, it can open the same coin or you can open a different coin. So please understand that, okay? So this is important because if the sync owner already closed that coin and the sync owner is no longer selecting that coin, so even if you put cycle, it will not open the same coin, it will open a different coin, all right? So this is important. So now, please understand, okay, that one shot and cycle mode is not relevant for the sync strategy. So if you go there now and say, okay, I want to close this trade, I want to put one shot, it doesn't work in that way. Okay, it doesn't work because whatever mode that you see, whether it is a one shot or whether it is a cycle, and normally it is a cycle, please understand, a default setting for the sync strategy is cycle. So that simply means the sync owner setting is actually cycle. So the bot will not follow. Even if you change to one shot, the bot will still follow the sync strategy owner setting, not your setting. All right, please understand that. So what are the conditions if you want to close the trade? I will explain to you very, very shortly. I just want you to understand what is one shot and what is cycle at this moment. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now, the second feature that I want to cover today is the stop margin call. Because we have people who are sync strategy, but they go and stop the margin call. Is this an allowable practice? All right, let me explain to you. Now, please understand, this is also a dual icon, which allows user to enable between the stop margin call and initiate margin call. So if you tap the stop margin call, you will see what you will see, you will start to stop. So when you stop, you see initiate. When you click initiate, which means that you now stop the margin call, okay? So you initiate the margin call, okay? So it's a dual function. Please take note. Now, the switching can be done at any time while trading is active with just a single tap on the icon. All right, now, what happened when you switch? Okay, we will cover that later on, but let's understand what is a stop margin call. Now, a stop margin call, once enabled, margin calls placement will be disabled. So we simply means the buy, okay, or replenishment operation is disabled. So drawdown of USDT from the spot wallets, drawdown of USDT from spot wallets stops, and it may affect the quantitative trading profitability. All right. So once you tap, okay, you activate the stop margin call. What happened? Your margin call or the drawdown, or we call this as a replenishment. So the buy function will no longer operate. So now, when the bot is no longer buying when the market going down, okay, remember this is a quantitative trading. Quantitative trading means there is a drawdown, or we call this as an averaging. So when you stop the margin call, let's say, for example, you have 13 margin call, you reach the fifth margin call, you start to panic. All right, you start to see your USDT in the spot wallet reducing, you start to get panic. And what you do, you go and stop the margin call. Now, when you stop the margin call, the bot will now stop at margin call number 5. The bot will no longer buy further when the market goes down. So what happens now? Now you would have to wait for a longer time for the price to go up in order for you to see the profit. And this is the reason why some people see a huge floating loss, because they go and stop the margin call. And they didn't allow the bot to do the drawdown as per specified in the sync strategy. All right. So you need to understand, okay, what you are really doing. This is important. If you don't understand what you are doing, then you are the reason why you are not seeing the profit for your sync strategy. All right. Please understand. Now, when you tap the stop margin call, what you will see the next function or the next mode, which is initiate margin call. Now, once you enable, margin calls placement will resume as normal. Okay, so the buy or the replenishment operation is enabled, now allowing the drawdown, and then your profitability will resume. All right, so that's the reason why. Okay, sometimes you stop the margin call, all right, and then after for sometimes, right, you start to decide to actually initiate the margin call. What happened? Your bot starts to keep buying, right? Keep buying, because now the margin call is starting to operation, and then you start to see much better profitability. All right. So please take note this information, okay? Because if you don't understand, then you're going to affect your own profitability, and that's why many people probably are not able to see the profitability. Okay, so please understand that. Now, the other thing I want you to know is that now the bot is an artificial intelligence. Okay, the bot is intelligent enough to know that when the bot hit maximum 13th margin call, or when the bot recognizes that your spot wallet is already depleted, there is no enough fund, the bot will automatically stop the margin call. All right, so that's why you need to watch. Okay, sometimes before the 13th margin call, let's say at 10, the bot already activate the stop margin call because there is not enough USDT. Probably you are using to do your own manual trading, or probably, right, because of the fees taken by the exchange, you got not enough USDT because you are not using Binance BNB as your fees. You are using USDT as your fees. And because of that, the bot can stop halfway. All right. So that's the reason why if that happened, then you need to top up the USDT, and then you have to initiate or resume the margin call once again. All right. So please take note of this information. So now use this function with caution at user's discretion. All right. So please understand, sync strategy prohibit the use of this feature. We never encourage anyone to use the stop margin. All right. Most of the time, those who use the stop margin, they get panicked, they get worried because their USDT starts to deplete. The reason why they don't understand how the quantitative trading works. Now, I would encourage you, please, okay, get to the Telegram group. And if you go to the pin message, you will be able to see, or if you see the welcome message, click the link and you will see a video on the quantitative trading principle. Please make sure you watch. That's why we always encourage everyone who comes into the group to first go through all the video, understand everything before they actually do the scene strategy. Okay, so I hope this is helping you, okay, because these are the types of education and learning that you need so that this will improve, okay, improve at least your understanding and also the profitability of your bot. Okay, I hope you are blessed. If you are blessed, probably you want to, you know, put up something there in the chat room, okay, because these are the information or knowledge that you don't get elsewhere. All right, so we are trying our best to actually assist you, facilitate, so that you can become better, okay, in this sync strategy space. All right, now let's move on. Now we have another function when it comes to the sync strategy. Remember, I told you, right, you can cancel sync at any time. So now if you get to your strategy page, remember at the bottom there, all right, you will be able to see cancel sync. All right, so you can tap the cancel sync, and what happens, okay, I will explain to you very, very shortly. Okay, now cancel sync function, which is located under the strategy, can be used to exit the sync strategy. Now sync with other, so now these are the conditions. Okay, if you are sync with other circles, make sure you cancel before you sync with JDWINNER or JD10X. Remember, the bot policy, you can only sync with one circle at any single time. All right, so if you are going to sync, let's say for example, this is under Binance. For Binance, you can only sync with one user, with one circle owner. All right, now if you are using Huobi, okay, so you can do one with Huobi and one circle with Binance. Okay, so it's up to you. All right, so but please understand, for one exchange, all right, for one exchange, you can only do the sync strategy with one circle. So some people ask us, okay, where is your sync button? If you don't see a sync button to sync, that simply means you are still synced with another circle. You have to first cancel that circle in order for you to join JDWINNER or JD10X. All right. Now, the other thing is that you cancel the sync. Cancel sync can be activated when market is at all-time high to temporarily exit sync while allowing market to bottom before you resume to sync. Remember, I shared with you the sync strategy recommendation, right? And I told you that you can actually cancel sync when the market, you think the market is already at certain all-time high, you can cancel sync. So this is where you use the function. Now this is the most important slide that I'm going to share with you, which is basically the rules to abide. So these are the rules, okay? So we're going to put up this slide later on in the group so that everyone understands this, okay? Now, these are the rules to abide. Rules to abide for one shot, cancel sync, and stop margin call. So now you understand what is one shot, what is cancel sync, what is stop margin call. Now, how do you practically implement this as a sync user? All right, let me explain to you the rules, and please make sure you understand how to practically, okay, implement or use these rules. Okay, now first thing first, you have one shot or the cycle. Now, please understand, don't go there and keep changing one shot and cycle, one shot and cycle. No matter what you do, it is not applicable for the sync strategy user. Remember, why? Because even if you change from cycle to one shot, okay, the bot will still follow the sync owner setting. So if the sync owner, okay, setting is cycle, you will follow cycle. Even if you put one shot, it doesn't mean that the bot will actually close that trade. No. Even if it hit the profit, the bot will continue to open the next trade because the bot knows that the sync strategy owner setting is cycle. All right. So don't waste your time to go and change one shot and cycle. And then we saw that many people are asking, I already put to one shot. Why is it the bot is not closing my trade and opening new trades? Because this function is not applicable, it's not valid if you are using a sync strategy. All right, please understand. But this function can be used if you are doing manual trading because you are not synced with anyone. Can you understand me? What is the point of sync when you can decide one shot and cycle, right? Doesn't make sense, right? So please understand. So this is the first rules, all right? The first rule, okay? Now the second rule. The second rule is exit sync strategy. So what is the formula? To exit sync strategy, you must cancel sync and put all the coin to one shot. Can you see that? So this is where you now can use the one shot. So one shot is only applicable if you cancel the sync. If you don't cancel the sync, even if you put one shot, it will not cancel your trade. All right. So these are the important notes. Okay. Buy or sell operation still continue. Remember. So when you cancel sync and put to one shot, all right, your buy and sell will still continue. All right. Some people think, right? Okay, I already canceled. Why the bot is still buying? The bot will still continue to buy. Okay. Remember. So bot will still perform the replenishment operation based on spot wallet USDT availability. All right. Now, once the full cycle, remember, okay, this is the keyword. Once the full cycle completes and the profit is triggered, no new coins will be initiated. All right. So if you look into your sync strategy, right, let's say you are now in the 13th margin call. Okay, I'm referring to JDWINNER. So, or if you are in JD10X, you are probably at 20 margin call, and now you cancel the sync and put to one shot. Now, the moment you cancel, you think that the bot is going to immediately close your trade. It doesn't happen in that way because the bot will never close your trade when you are in floating losses. So the bot will wait until the full cycle, which means 13, 12, 11, all the way to call number 1. That is called the full cycle complete. Profit is triggered, then the bot will no longer open any coins. Can you understand me? So for that, make sure, okay, if you want to exit the sync strategy, for whatever reason, it can be because all-time high, okay, or you want to exit from another circle and join JDWINNER, you need to cancel the sync and put all the coins to one shot. All right. So I hope this is clear. Okay. So this is the second rules. Okay. When we talk about the exit sync strategy. Now, the third rule and the final rule, okay, which is basically I'm just covering what is really applicable for the sync users. Okay. So please take note. Now, the third is that you want to exit and also you want to stop the replenishment. So if you want to exit and stop the replenishment, then you need to cancel sync, put all the coins to one shot, and also you need to activate stop margin call. Can you understand me? Now, some people say, I already canceled sync and put to one shot. Why the bot is still buying? Because the stop margin call is still active. It's still enabled. So the bot will still buy. All right. But if you want to stop the bot from buying further, from doing the replenishment, then you have to do cancel sync, open, put all the coin to one shot and stop the margin call. All right. Now, please understand, buy operation will stop. Bot will no longer perform replenishment, but okay, bot will no longer perform the replenishment. Remember, so this is the buy during the drawdown. Okay, when the market goes down, you will no longer see the bot is going to buy. So let's say, for example, you cancel sync, put to one shot, and then you tap the stop margin call when the bot is at margin call number 7. So what happened? The bot will only remain at number 7. It will no longer go to 8, 9, 10, 11. No, because you already stopped it. Now, what is the implication of this? This will affect your sync profitability. All right. And also, please understand, okay, a warning here. If you want to use the stop margin call, use it at your own discretion, because we never recommend or encourage you to use the stop margin call if you are doing a sync strategy. Now, please understand, if you stop the margin call, your floating loss could be much wider and it may take much longer time for it to rebound, because remember, now the bot has to come to level 7. But if you allow the margin call, the bot comes to level 30. Can you understand me? So that's why some of you might be seeing your floating loss is taking too long time. Please go and check. If you have stopped the margin or the bot has automatically stopped the margin because you don't have enough fund in your spot wallet. All right. So it's either you stop it or the bot will automatically stop it. So please make sure go and check. That's the reason why we give the 3 verification checkpoint, right? If you look into the Telegram group, there is a pin message teaching you how to verify the 3 checkpoint. All right. So make sure, okay, make sure to check on all this information. So I hope this is clear. Okay, so at least now most of you who are doing the same strategy, you know exactly what is the rules and what is the formula. Okay, these are important formula for you to actually understand. Okay, so